Picture this, a sea of chaos, a whirlwind of emotions, and amidst it all, you remain serene, untouched. This is the power of not reacting, an art that is as profound as it is subtle. Let's clarify something right off the bat. Not reacting doesn't mean being a passive bystander or ignoring what's happening around you. Rather, it's about making a conscious decision, a deliberate choice not to let external circumstances dictate your inner state of being. It's about preserving your inner peace, regardless of the storm raging outside. Picture yourself as a mountain, unyielding and majestic. The seasons may change, storms may rage, and yet the mountain stands firm, its peak reaching toward the heavens. This is the essence of not reacting. It's standing tall amidst life's tumultuous storms, not with resistance, but with acceptance and tranquility. The spiritual implications of not reacting are profound. It's a practice that takes us beyond the confines of our ego, that small chattering voice that loves to react, to judge, to label. When we choose not to react, we're choosing to step away from this ego, to understand, to observe. We're choosing to connect with our deeper spiritual self. Think of it as a journey inward, a journey of self-discovery. The more we resist the urge to react, the more we learn about ourselves. We learn about our triggers, our insecurities, our strengths. We learn to transcend our limitations, to embrace our potential. We learn to be patient, compassionate, forgiving. We learn to be peaceful. And as we embark on this journey, we start to grow. We start to evolve. We start to understand the essence of our being. We start to realize that we are not just physical beings in a material world, but spiritual beings on a human journey. We start to connect with the universe, with the divine will, with the spiritual essence that pervades all existence. So are you ready to embark on this journey of non-reaction? Because if you are, the rewards are immense. Now let's delve into a story that beautifully illustrates the spiritual power of not reacting. Imagine a humble monk living in a serene monastery high in the mountains. In this tranquil setting, there was a local villager who, for reasons known only to him, had taken it upon himself to criticize and chastise this quiet monk. He would trek up the mountain, rain or shine, and hurl insults at the monk. He accused the monk of being lazy, of living off the charity of others, and of contributing nothing to the world. Yet the monk remained silent, not uttering a single word in his defense. His face was as serene as the clear mountain air, his gaze as steady as the ancient trees that surrounded the monastery. He did not react to the villager's harsh words, nor did he let them disturb his inner peace. The villager, emboldened by the monk's silence, continued his tirade, day after day, month after month. But the monk's response, or lack thereof, remained the same: silence. The villager's words, like arrows, aimed to pierce the monk's tranquility, but they fell harmlessly at his feet, as if striking an invisible shield of patience and understanding. One day, the villager, exhausted and frustrated, asked the monk, "Why do you not react to my words? Why do you not defend yourself?" The monk, finally breaking his silence, replied with a gentle smile, "Words are like the wind, they come and they go. I choose not to hold on to them, just as I choose not to hold on to the wind." The villager was taken aback. He had expected anger, resentment, or at least some form of reaction from the monk. But instead, he was met with a profound wisdom that shook him to his core. He realized the folly of his actions and the emptiness of his words. Overwhelmed with guilt, he fell to his knees and begged the monk for guidance. The monk, ever compassionate, lifted the villager to his feet. There was no trace of resentment in his eyes, only understanding and forgiveness. He shared with the villager the teachings of spiritual strength, patience, and the impermanence of words. From that day forward, the villager became a devoted student, seeking to learn the ways of peace and non-reaction from the monk. This tale, simple yet profound, illustrates the immense spiritual power of not reacting. From the story of the silent monk, we can draw some important lessons. The first lesson, and perhaps the most profound, is the power of not reacting. This is not about passivity or denying our feelings. It's about making a conscious choice not to allow our emotional reactions to control us. It's about maintaining our inner peace and tranquility in the face of life's challenges. By not reacting, we can observe our emotions and thoughts from a distance, giving us a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. The second lesson is the importance of spiritual growth. This is not just about personal development or self-improvement. It's about the evolution of our soul, the expansion of our consciousness, and our journey toward enlightenment. By not reacting, we can create a space within ourselves, a sacred sanctuary where we can nurture our spiritual growth. We can use this space to explore our inner world, to connect with our divine essence, and to cultivate virtues like patience, compassion, and forgiveness. The third lesson is the transcendence of the ego. The ego is our false self, our identity constructed from our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It's the voice in our head that tells us we're separate from the rest of the universe, that we need to defend ourselves, that we need to react. But by not reacting, we can silence this voice. We can transcend our ego and realize our true self, our divine self that is one with the universe. The fourth lesson is the surrender to the divine will. This is not about giving up or admitting defeat. It's about aligning our will with the will of the divine, about flowing with the river of life instead of trying to swim against the current. By not reacting, we can let go of our need to control, our need to impose our will on the world. We can surrender to the divine will and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The fifth lesson is the profound connection with the universe's spiritual essence. This is not about intellectual understanding or philosophical speculation. It's about direct experience, about feeling the divine presence within us and around us. By not reacting, we can open our hearts and minds to the spiritual essence of the universe. We can experience the divine love, the divine peace, the divine joy that is our birthright. So, the next time you find yourself on the verge of a reaction, remember the silent monk and choose the powerful path of not reacting.
The power of not reacting. And we'll sum it up with this. Words are from the soul. The kingdom of the soul is silence. Peace and love.